Hello everyone, it's been a little bit since I did a YouTube video, so welcome. I bet you missed me. Whole lot. I want to talk about routine today. I think having a chronic illness, it is really easy to become overwhelmed, and typically when I feel overwhelmed, I also become extremely depressed, and then I become more overwhelmed because I'm depressed and haven't. Routine is important, that's the point. And so I really have tried to reserve Sundays for catching up and starting the week on the right foot. So my room's kind of a mess, but I'll show you a little bit. So I had some ADHD hyperfixations. However, I am getting shit done, and that's all that matters. So right now I'm doing a combination of things. I am putting laundry away, also going through all my drawers. Yeah, because can't just put laundry away, that's too easy. So I'm purging some things, and then of course I found some cute outfits that I haven't worn before that I put together while going through all my stuff. And so then I decided that this week, I've really been struggling lately and have not been keeping my routine, and just kind of have been laying around a lot. Like, I'll go to work, come home, and literally just, like, my roommate and I joke, like, anytime she comes home, like, I'm just laying on the couch with my weighted blanket like this, and my dogs. So I'm trying to break that this week. My Humira, I started 2 weeks ago, so I take my second dose today, and I'm really excited. Actually, it could totally be a placebo effect, and this does go back to routine, so just hold your horses, okay? I haven't completely gotten off track. Point is, my pain was really bad and I was just feeling miserable before starting Humira, and it could totally be coincidence or a placebo or whatever, or just simply because I did, lay around all week. But I would say last week, up until Thursday and Friday, I felt significantly better. And I don't know how to explain it. It's just like my whole body felt like looser. And so that was really, really exciting, and it gave me a lot of hope. And the last 2-3 days have been a little worse, but right now I'm taking Humira every 2 weeks, and I'm on like the intro dose. And so if it builds up in my system and I'm still kind of having these days in between my next dose, I can always increase the dose, increase the frequency. And so I'm really excited, and I am determined to start this week off on the right foot. So I really like things organized. I like everything to have a place, and I feel energetic today. So I am totally going through all my drawers and organizing them. I just can't wait to kick this week's ass. My routine, I do best if I write it down. And so I also found this app on neurodivergent TikTok called Timo. It's Timoo, I think. I'll link it in the bio, but I started using that and I really, really like it. I think it's good and applicable for chronic illness, but it's really applicable if you have ADHD or autism, any neurodivergent thing, and it's super amazing if you have a chronic illness and you're neurodivergent. So I really like that app. I haven't been using it lately because for a while, I was doing so great. Like, my routine was down. I was going on walks every day. My dogs were happier because they were going on walks every day. And I just felt really, really on top of it. And I do best when I feel on top of things and not like I'm falling behind. And so I was doing great. And then when we went to startup week, obviously my schedule was not the same because I was in Dallas and at a conference. So I turned off all the notifications on the app, and I never remembered to turn them back on. And so my routine just really since Dallas, which was like the end of July, so like for a month, has just been bad. And I definitely see a direct correlation to my mental health when I don't have structure and routine, and I just feel like my life is chaos. And so I am organizing the chaos today. The app that I mentioned, and I'm not cool enough to be affiliated with anything, but it allows you to break your tasks into subcategories, because before, like every night before bed, I would lay in bed, think through my day with my calendar, and then I would write out the routine and steps I needed to accomplish. And this app I really like because like even in your reminders on like your iPhone, you're not able to do like subcategories and time allotments. And this app, you can do subcategories. You can also color code things based on task category. And then you can put the time it's going to take you estimated for each task. And then you can even put like they have little emojis for different things. And I'm very visual. And so like, I don't know why, but I also just really like the noise it makes when I click it. And it's like, she did it! And you know, that's the basis of forming habits, is stupid rewards like that. So I'm going to go in and adjust my routine in there, and then you can set reminders. So like it will tell me, I don't do well when like all of a sudden I have to switch tasks. And so it will alert me 30 minutes before, 15 minutes before. You can customize it before your task ends and your next one begins. And I really like that because it allows me to like start wrapping up the task before having to transition. And I don't know, my brain likes it. So I'm not gonna argue with it. But my goals for the day today to start the week off on the right foot. I don't know if you're like me, but when I feel like my life is put together, like clean, organized, everything in its place, everything accomplished that I wanted to accomplish, then I have a great week. If I don't do that, then I feel like I've ruined the week, and like it's almost like I self-sabotage and don't allow myself to like recover. I don't know. My brain's weird. So today I am putting laundry away. I have cleaned my house and I'm putting clean sheets on my bed. I don't know what it is about clean sheets, but it just makes me a happy person. And I'm setting out my clothes for the week. It's a busy week, and so I want to make sure that, you know, all of the things that take more brain power are done for me so that I don't become overwhelmed and then shut down. My goal is to walk my dogs 4 out of 5 days this week and wake up early. My roommate and I were talking about this, and obviously people with chronic illness have a higher likelihood of having mental health issues. I mean, I definitely think that's accurate. And even though we want all the sleep we can get, I think it's important that we get out of bed. And I read this study that said if you get up within the first, like, I think it was like 90 seconds of thinking something like, okay, I'm gonna get out of bed. If you act immediately, you're much more likely to accomplish it. It just starts your day off like, sure, I can get ready in 15 minutes, be out the door and not be late, but my brain isn't happy, my body isn't happy, it's very stressful, it's very rushed. And so a goal I have this week, and I kind of challenge you to do the same, is to wake up and take a minute each morning, whether that's drinking coffee, it's sitting outside, just grounding yourself, having a minute, and then starting your day, because there's so much science behind chronic illness. I need like a pedestal. There's so much science behind chronic illness and stress. And you know, even though you don't really think of it as stress, when you're rushing in the morning and you don't give yourself a minute, talking with my hands, Jesus. Then obviously your body is pumping hormones into your bloodstream, and cortisol affects chronic illness and autoimmune diseases. All of those things have an impact Maybe, I don't know how great of an impact, but it does have an impact, and I definitely think it affects your mental health. And so I challenge you to set out this week with a routine, no matter how simple it is, whether, you know, it is wake up, accomplish one thing, like actually going to class, and clean your toilet. Have a routine set out for the week of kind of that framework you want to stick to. I think it can be really helpful, especially with depression and getting you out of bed. Chronic illness is so hard because you just want to lay in bed and you have the perfect excuse. But that's no way to live. Yes, you need to give yourself time to relax, and it's okay to have a lay in bed all day, every once in a while, once a week, twice a week. But I challenge you to push yourself and give yourself time each morning. I really like starting the week with goals. So like one of my goals this week is to walk my dogs 4 out of 5 days this week, and to wake up at 6:30 every morning. Those are both my goals for this week. Oh, also, another goal I have is to eat 3 meals every day and drink water. Those are my goals. I incorporate them in my routine. I like taking Sundays or whatever day of the week you have available. Sundays are really easy for me to just really get everything in order in your life, run your errands, clean, take a nap. I know sometimes you have to pace yourselves with important tasks, and I don't know. I think the point of this is I think routine's important, and I challenge you to find what works for you and to give yourself a minute in your routine to just breathe and ground yourself every day, set goals, and that's the tangent. Ta-da! Have a great week!